And it's a great pleasure for me to first begin our ceremony by the Transition and Developing Economic Awards, a jury who have decided to give 2 prizes, and I call Michel Moret to join me to explain and to tell us to who the jury have given the award.
Hello, good afternoon. It's nice to see some people are still with us, and it's a pleasure to be presenting this award. It's the Transition and Developing Economies Award. So a few months ago, I was entrusted with the honor and challenge of chairing the jury for the Transition and Developing Economies Award. Along with my colleagues, Mihai Manga and Nico Sahariadis, we had a difficult task of choosing one among the various good quality submissions we received. As much as we tried, we could not choose only one person to give this award to, and I think this is a common theme running in the conference also with the book award. But luckily for us, IPPA leadership understood our daunting challenge and allowed us to give the award to these 2 excellent scholars. Looking at this crowd, maybe a small crowd today, and reflecting upon how much we have grown as an association in its brief history, I should say that these 2 individuals are a very special representation of what we wanted to achieve as a community of scholars. Scholars who are committed to rigorous scientific research, who are attentive to the call of improving people's lives, as Ramesh said 2 days ago, and who are engaged in building community and in supporting generations of public policy students. So it is my great honor to first present this award to Dr. Alex He. Dr. He is currently Associate Professor in the Division of Public Policy at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, where he also serves as the acting director of the Institute for Public Policy. Dr. He has an impressive publication record, which spans all major journals in our field. He is also a dedicated member of our community, collaborating in various editorial roles and being an active mentor for the new generations of policy students. Dr. He's work in health and social policy is especially good representation of how he seeks to impact public policy and the policy debate, collecting empirical evidence to build theory and to inform policy change. So please join me in congratulating Dr. Alex He for being one of the 2025 recipients of the Transition and Developing Economies.
Thank you, Michelle, so much, and the entire jury for such a generous, recognition. It truly means a lot to a mid-career researcher who has progressed from a hungry assistant professor to an angry associate professor, and now eventually to a benevolent full professor. I got my full professorship 48 hours ago. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this is truly a great, incredible recognition. I'm 44 years old, and people say 44 is a tricky age in academia because you are no longer, young enough to be called a rising star, and unfortunately, we are not old enough, to be distinguished. So this award comes really at the right time because this is a perfect, placebo for a mid-career person who is going to experience mid-age crisis very, very soon. So taking this opportunity, I really want to thank a few people, especially my longtime mentor, Professor Ramesh. He has been most generous to me throughout, even dating back to the PhD years. I also want to thank other people who have worked with me, who have inspired me so much in the past 15, 18 years. They are Professor Wu Xun and Professor Michael Howlett and Daryl Jarvis, Gilberto Capano, Eduardo Herrero, and Nabha Sharif. I thank them so much for encouraging me, cultivating me, and giving me immense opportunities. I owe them a great debt of gratitude. And taking this, two of my PhD students are sitting downstairs, and Pritish and Chunyan, I hope this award also inspires you. And always dare to dream and dare to pursue academic excellence. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So it is also my privilege and honor to present this award to Dr. Jose Luis Mendez. Dr. Mendez is a professor researcher at the Center for International Studies at the College of Mexico, El Colegio de Mexico. He has a professional career that spans 45 years, which has involved teaching, research, and practice in the fields of government, public administration, and public policy, for which he has received numerous recognitions. Dr. Mendez is an active member of the IPPA community and was a founding member and the first coordinator of the Latin American Public Policy Network, that we also called LILAP for its acronym in Spanish and also in Portuguese. Dr. Mendez is tireless in reminding us of the specific needs and hurdles of policy scholars in the Global South and has been a constant voice for inclusion in the IPPA. Dr. Mendez's scholarship spans many years of scientific production in Latin America and beyond, reminding us of the important role that presidential leadership has played in the policy process in many of our countries. He has also been an important figure in translating international public policy scholarship to generations of students in Mexico and in Latin America in general, helping strengthen this field of study, inquiry, and practice in the region. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Mendez to the stage.
Hello to everybody. Good afternoon. Many thanks for being here. As I have to be very short, I prefer to write something which I'm going to read to you. Many thanks, first of all, Michelle, for this very kind presentation. Dear colleagues and friends, it's a true honor for me to receive the Transition and Developing Economies Award, an honor that doesn't come only from the award itself, but also from the fact that it's given by the International Public Policy Association, now the largest and most important public policy association in the world, composed of a global community of academics, policy analysts, and public officials dedicated to promoting an effective and democratic governance, as well as the defense of the public interest and freedom of expression and academic analysis. Honestly, I take this recognition as belonging not only to me. First, I think it's also for my home institution, El Colegio de Mexico, which has supported my research and teaching since 1991, and which is where I started to learn the basics of sound thinking and sound research when I did there my BA studies. No doubt, whatever value my research, teaching, and professional activities may have had, also owe a lot to the students, colleagues, personnel, and authorities of El Colegio. Two people in this institution, however, deserve special mention: Soledad Loaesa and María del Carmen Pardo, although I cannot extend myself here in the reasons why. Next, I should say it also goes to the institutions that supported my MA and PhD studies, the Fulbright Commission and the University of Pittsburgh, and within it, especially to whom was there my academic mentor and PhD thesis director, and later on continued supporting my academic career. But perhaps even most important, has also been a permanent example of hard and rigorous academic work on the one hand, and kindness, generosity, and human values on the other, Guy Peters. Throughout time, I have also counted with the support, collegiality, and companionship of many Latin American colleagues and institutions, many of whom are here from the Latin American network, to whom now I can only express a collective recognition and appreciation. Last but not least, it goes to my parents and grandparents who taught me so much, as well as to my wife, Luz, and my children, Maria and Leonardo, who have had to bear, but also have always unconditionally supported my job commitments. They know, however, they are one of my motives to do what I do. Throughout my academic career, my main aim has been to promote professional values in the exercise of research and public service, as I believe policy analysts and public sector professionals, although not the only ones, are key actors in the task of defending the public interest. This is not easy task anywhere, but I believe it has been especially difficult in Latin America and the Global South in general. In many of our countries, throughout time, we have had to face patrimonialistic and authoritarian trends, as well as difficulties of many kinds, not only to study, but also to rightly understand and face our problems and realities. This cannot be denied, but neither taken as a complaint. In reality, but the cause and the solution for these circumstances basically lay on ourselves. Still, the existence of international communities such as IPA and of awards such as this are important incentives to both the Global North and the Global South policy communities to keep striving for sound and free research at times when, unfortunately, it's being undervalued and even threatened in no few places. Thus, to end, I say humbly, thanks. Many thanks for this award to IPA, to the jury, and to the Mexican and US colleagues who kindly presented and supported my candidacy. Further, I cannot say, but may the force be with us all. Many thanks.